Okay, so today we have my old Pi1 Argon One case. This is one with the tiny HDMI, and I got a new V2. I actually had this idea and put it to these guys, whether they took it or not, or probably just as an obvious idea. But I have an Argon One M2, and what I said to them is, why don't you take the base of this and put it on that? So let's see how this works, because all I want is the high definition or the high HDMI slots, the big slots. And the thing is, what goes wrong with these things is the fans. The Wi-Fi can be impacted, but this, I've got a Pi4 in it now. They've come back into stock at Pimoroni, and this is running my Plex server. So I just want to plug it into the USB, into the Ethernet, and let it be on the internet for people to access. And I just want the bigger socket just in case. So that's why I get it, and this way I get an extra fan. So it's just a case of swapping it over. So these fans go, and if you write to Argon, they won't give you the replacements, which is a bit mean of them. It's got thermal paste, but I think using some of this stuff is a better idea. I have a friend that will help me with that. Let's have a look at this case. How did they do the bottom bit? It doesn't look like there's a slot for that, yeah? So I might keep this bottom case here. I'll have to look at it. I can't obviously see. Well, what does it look like? Alright, so the small bit goes at the back, just like that. Ah, there's the hole. Look, there it is. There it is. So there is the hole for the SD card, but bearing in mind that's the same, I'll leave it as it is. So it should be a case of taking that out, because I don't want to ruin my card. Let me get it out. Removing these 4 screws, swapping over the board, and that should be it. Let's get on with it. Okay, we've got the bottom screws off, but now this has got to come out, so we've still got to undo the screws there, and there must be there. So I'll get rid of those screws. So there's 3 screws there to get rid of. This one's a bit hiding in the corner. And there's one there, and these are the smaller screws, yeah? So let's just lift this out. Where's the plane? Must be this, oh there, that side, yeah? So that's the side you've got to be careful of, because this is where you might bend the pins. I'll just do that carefully off camera. Yep, looks like I did it okay, they're not bent. I just leveraged under there, a little bit here, a little bit there, and walked it up, yeah? So let's try and pull this off here. Do this with 1 hand, I'll do it with 2 hands. So that's the old one off. Let's put the new one on. Hopefully it will fit. I think they use the same sort of concept. Yep, there you are, look, it goes in the audio. That's it. Nice connection. I've got to use a new case because of course that won't fit there, so that's it. So I'll use the, oh yeah, what my friend did, he the fan was broken, so he put the other fan from a different Argon in. They use different, each of these fans, same fan but use different connectors, which is a bit annoying, yeah. There's the old thermal paste, so we'll put some on there. And yeah, I need to use this thing here, and somewhere in here there are these little pads, and there's also the little thermal paste thing, but I think we'll use some proper thermal paste there, so let me get on with that. Okay, so this stuff says you put a dot in the middle, or 5, so it's got to be a dot in the middle, yeah? Don't use too much, it will cause problems. Well, it doesn't want to come out of the tube that well, but I think that doesn't matter. It's my first day, yeah? I think that will do, because it will just squish on when I put it in, so let me put that into place. Okay, so I put a bit more on because I took it out again and it wasn't really touching, so quite a blob. So let's put these screws back in, and then I will put the base in. And maybe I need to use a different base, because maybe just maybe, no, it looks the same. Okay, let me put these screws in. Okay, that's those 4 screws there. You have to push this shroud through the screw socket there, otherwise it doesn't fit. Let's see which bottom fits on it. Let me have a go. Yeah, the bottom bits are the same, it doesn't matter which one I use, so I'll just use the existing one because it's got the feet on it already, and I have the other one as a spare, and I have a spare fan now because I have a few of these cases. I still think that it's a nice looking case, but I think it could do with making the Wi-Fi easier to use. Not everybody uses wired, but it does keep it cool even without a fan. So, you know, for that reason I quite like it, and they've come down in price a bit, so that's good. Anyway, I'll just screw that in and then it's basically done. Let me do it off camera. There, that fits in nicely. So this is ready to act as my Plex server with the dual HDMI now. And I put a 5 terabyte USB in here in space for another. I don't use the SSD M2 version of it, SATA, because there's no need, there's not enough space on them, yeah? So maybe that bottom case doesn't fit as well as the real one. I might have to put that one in its place. Perhaps there's a slight change in the back. I'll look at that off camera, yeah? But okay, thank you for watching. Bye bye.